A gracious good morning. 'Tis I again, Norton the First, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico, and I have come before you again today to offer a little lesson in San Francisco history. As you may know, I am probably the most well-known and most beloved eccentric in our city's history, a city well known for eccentric San Francisco is. But I was certainly not the first and not the only. So what I'm going to do today is read from a book called The Forgotten Characters of Old San Francisco by Robert Cowan. And he is sometimes not the best source, especially when it comes to stories about us. But this one is about a man named Oofty Goofty. During the 1880s, there were two individuals who came briefly under the glare of the calcium lights. Oofty Goofty, whose proper name was Marx, was a Hebrew of dubious antecedents, especially in the monkeyish way he never was a crook. I don't know what that means. He lived mostly by his wits, and as they were not of a very superior order, his living was not luxurious. For 10 days, he had lent himself to a sideshow on Market Street. There, in a cage, he was billed as a wild man. His duties were to scowl and grimace, and at intervals to beat his breast and roar, "Oofty Goofty!" He was reasonably successful, but unhappily, it was in the heat of the summer, and the thick fur, which had been glued to his body, was too dense to permit perspiration. Quite naturally, he became ill. He was put into a tub of hot water. Some of the fur came away, but also a considerable human intungement. Never heard that word before. Some inspired idiot conceived that the bright scheme of exposing him to the sun, that the terry glue might be melted. Again, success was only partial. More fur came off, but much more of Oofty Goofty's skin came with it. Unfortunately, he recovered, but he probably remained with some patches of fur that for so long as he lived. His reward was $10 for this. He had food and water, given a place to live, and was there henceforth known as Oofty Goofty, the wild man of Borneo. On one occasion, he was knocked down by a vehicle and becoming seriously injured and was placed in a hospital. Sometime after his recovery, he made the discovery that a certain portion of his anatomy was devoid of sensation. Well, this gave him an idea that people could strike him with anything from their fist to a club for a fee. He could not feel pain, so this was how he supported himself. Now, there was a woman named Big Bertha, the confidence queen. She was a woman of considerable size. She weighed 300 pounds, and her graft was promise of marriage for cash, and she had been moderately successful. Among other operations, she had relieved one New York gentleman of $25,000. She would eventually become the lover of Oofty Goofty, and it is said that he was badly injured when he jumped out of a second-floor window to escape Big Bertha's paramour, shall we say. Well, I think that's going to be all for today. I'm trying to keep these short, but we again encourage you to remain safe, remain at home, remain isolated, stay well, and maybe tomorrow I will show you the improvements to the Imperial walking stick. Have a great day, everyone. This is your Emperor, bidding adieu for today.